You could just tell he really had a good understanding of what to do. And on Dreamcatcher, that queen attack that he went for, that the kind of the roach queen attack, is actually very powerful, I think. So I was somewhat expecting it, and it worked out. Guys, to the top left-hand side, our red Terran player from Wind and Rain. This, my friends, is souL. Fresh new best of 5 for us here, as we have to the upper right-hand side, the blue Zerg player from Clash. This is Elazer. Wardy, you don't cast enough? Dude, I cast like every day. Pretty much. Actually really looking forward to this TVZ. Obviously it's a matchup which is pretty fun. souL and Elazer. I think Elazer would come in as the favorite, but souL is genuinely capable of beating Elazer. You know, in a best of 5, it's definitely something that could happen. In just start, because this actually on the low ground, the depot barracks and then another depot is a full wall of. So why not? And it does make sense. If it was on the other side of the map, then maybe it wouldn't make as much sense because you have the reactor in the wall. But on this side of the map, it's a good wall off, and it walls off your natural right from the start of the game. It's actually a second barracks on the high ground. Oh, is he going to Reaper? Is he going to Reaper? Because you know what? Something about this map is that it is a lot of cliffs. I mean, he has the gas, so he must be looking to Reaper. He has got cliffs here. He's got cliffs over there to work with too. Okay then, we've actually seen a good amount of kind of mass Reaper play in this tournament. Surprisingly so, because it isn't really something that's been in the meta game a lot of the time. Recently. How very exciting. Reaper's on the way up then. souL. I'm really genuinely intrigued as to how this works out. Will it go well for him? And as we get set up into this, these guys are going to talk some Polish to each other. Second gas on the way. Now, generally, you look to expand behind this. We'll see this next depot coming down. So by ground, it's still a pretty long distance because you have to come out of the natural here and then along. But obviously, the fact that Reapers can still bypass the out and along this way is pretty interesting. I like it, honestly, because I really feel out of all the maps, this is a map where maybe these Reapers could... I think he's asking if this shoots stuff. Well, it doesn't. There you go. But yeah, I think this is actually a pretty great map for Reapers. So let's see how it plays out. As you see the first few lings on the way up already. One drone down. And as you see the Queen about to pop as well, we'll start to make life easier for Elazer. Oh, just saves that drone there. Obviously, the later you build it, the better, because you will be able to save some time where you have extra money. A couple of lings go down too, as we'll see the Reapers still poking. Then in this first Queen already taking some shots. More Reapers will continue to rally across the map, and I think, of course, at this point, Elazer will already be fairly aware of just what's going on. These Queens still taking some shots right now. One Reaper is super low. Nice micro to unselect it and to only attack for the two that have higher hit points, while the lower health Reaper continues to run away here, keeping it alive. So 2 Queens and 2 Zerglings. We'll see these Reapers back up the ramp. Creep Tumor will just be instantly killed here. Stops the Elazer from just having more control of the map and more mobility with the Queens. Again, one very low health Reaper. He'll dive into the main base. Link speed coming up to being about halfway done. I just feel as though souL's already getting so much done with this that it's kind of looking pretty good for him. It feels pretty good for him already. Another Reaper hops in here. Now this Queen on its own is going to be in a little bit of trouble. We'll see. One Reaper was actually very low, but the Queen didn't turn to fight it. Couple grenades, the Lings back off. Drones going down again. 4 workers killed. More Lings coming forwards, and souL keeping up the pressure. Another Reaper showing up now too. 22 Lings in production. Ling speed is not far away. Man, the fact that Elazer didn't have Ling speed right away in this game really sucks. Usually you'd have Ling speed about 30 seconds ago, but he went for this super fast third hatchery, and because of that, it's really affected him here in terms of his, Ling speed timing. Now Ling speed finally finishes, but obviously it's been taking just a little while longer than you would have liked. As we do see, Reaper grenades here might be good to just keep on protecting these Reapers. Up on the high ground, they're trading pretty well. Only one Reaper going down. It's the first Reaper as he goes the other way now. Now there's nothing on the low ground. If souL can get back over there, he can't. It's going to be a third Reaper falling. And Elazer's just going to tap out of the game. Let's just quickly look at the units lost. Yeah, 37 Lings, 5 drones, and a Queen to 3 Reapers. The Reapers attack souL or hashtag Elazer, and they will show up on the screen like that. You can see it's 50-50 right now because you guys haven't started to vote, but let's see some hashtags in the chat. Let's see who you're cheering on in this series. Again, hashtag souL or hashtag Elazer throughout here as we go into game number 2. To the top right-hand side, our blue Zerg player from Clash is Elazer. And to the top left-hand side, from Wind and Rain, up 1 game, it's souL. Alright, a gas first opening here from souL will allow him to throw down a barracks. And the follow-up, and heading towards a nice quick Reaper expansion. So just setting up into this for the moment and seeing where we can go. Seeing where we can take this. There's a hatchery coming down from Elazer. So it is a hatchery first from Elazer on the natural. More drones coming through as well here currently. As we just have a little bit of a slow startup. Now let's introduce you guys to the neutral missile turrets. So these missile turrets here will attack both Elazer and souL in this game. So you do not, and I repeat, you do not want to mess around with these. You do not want to fly anything through this area. Running through here is fine, but nothing in the air. The other set of missile turrets on this map is down on this left-hand side and right-hand side base in the center, making the tusks of our little elephant that we have here, and has a couple of teeth or legs at the bottom too. It's a nice little... I don't know, I've been enjoying this mini-map all week long. Anyways, we do see the factory dropping in from souL. So we have souL with the factory, which is about halfway done. Again, hatchery about to finish on the natural. So hatch gas pool set up here for Elazer. We're going to be seeing a queen or two starting up. And in general on this map, we've not been seeing anything too crazy, though. He does open a Marine first, not a Reaper. I wonder if he makes a Marine so he can try and catch this Overlord, because I actually think, I've been thinking this all week, does a Marine come out fast enough to get the kill? No, it does not. The Overlord does get to the high ground. So Overlord is able to get to the high ground here, and we are going to be able to see the setup coming through. Lots of hashtags coming into the chat right now. So hashtag Elazer from Lurkwad from Zeretix. Zerterix. Your name gets me every time. Slime Boy cheering on Elazer as well as Aurora. And Bitterwood28. Some hashtag souls coming through too. Swangarang coming in with souls. Lernius cheering soul on 2. Tearful Lesafar. Can we vote on the turrets? You can vote on the turrets if you want, but it won't show up on the poll, guys. I'm sorry. Maybe instead of Elazer versus souL, we should have had souL versus missile turrets for this map especially. Could have been pretty fun. Could have been pretty fun. Anyways, it's a fast first you see here from our Terran player, so he's only on a single gas. This is all about the economy for him in these early stages. Not going to be all too aggressive. I'm really afraid about the fact he was asking about you know, building battle cruisers and if they can kill things. So I'm a little bit intrigued as to how this is going to go right now. Stimpack's coming up though. The thing is with the Stimpak in this wall-off, it is very exposed obviously. That it really couldn't be more exposed actually, so I have to be a little bit cautious of that. You do see the couple of exopacks coming through. Yeah, if Elazer was just able to get a surround on this Stimpak, there isn't even that many Marines to push Lings away at the moment. But again, he doesn't have the Lings right now, so without the ability to, it doesn't look as though it's going to happen just yet. Starport in the main base. Again, extra barracks coming through as well. Factory will also start up this tech lab now. So, tech lab going to be built onto the factory as creep continues to push up through the top side of the map. A little bit of creep going to push through the middle of the map as well. Just spreading a little bit here as we see more creep tumors over on the right hand side, also pushing out and forwards. Again, it's a pretty regular setup off the back of the fast 3cc. No upgrades is the only thing which is maybe missing for the moment in terms of +1/+1. I'm sure engineering bays are pretty much the next thing on souL's shopping list of what to buy here for the Terran setup into the mid game. I mean, as he goes into a tank and a couple medevacs, more Marines, okay, he can start to harass, but again, in terms of the longevity of this game, he needs those upgrades, and he is looking for a longer game, right? Like, he has got a third orbital command very early on, so it's not like he doesn't want to upgrade. Like, it's not like he wants to play a longer game. He's set up to play a longer game, literally is. Like, so he needs to just make sure he does make use of that here, as you will see a couple of Lings just moving around. Elazer is our chat favorite for the moment, though we have a lot more hashtag souls coming in the last few moments as well. Keep those votes coming. Naruto has been a little bit of a joker here. Again, souL has had that classic moment where he flew into missile turrets early in this tournament. Oh no, this Overlord going to take some hits, and unfortunately I think will go down. Elazer hits a supply block as he just wanders in the wrong direction with that Overlord. Will he do it? Asks Emil. Medivacs load up. souL. Oh, I'm genuinely terrified. I'm genuinely terrified. I wonder if souL's afraid of going through the center of the map. I really think he's afraid of just coming straight through the middle of the map here. As we'll see the Marines. Maybe he just wants to come through the come towards the fourth base on the bottom right hand side. Some Marines coming in. A creep team getting taken down. And again, just going to be seeing these Lings coming in at the moment. So just going to be seeing these Marines getting pushed back. And one more upgrades coming through. And we are just going to be seeing 2-2 on the way from Elazer. Again, those upgrades are just crazy for him at the moment. We're going to stem forwards, looking for a little bit of the creep tumor being cleaned up. So just clean up as much as possible. Again, just pushing this back a little bit as you're going to be seeing the Lings and Banes coming forwards here. You do see more Zerglings up to the top, going to try and run by, but, well, actually going to find a siege tank here. I was going to say, I don't think there's going to be much for them to find, but the wall is open, they get a tank, and now some Marines as well. There's enough Lings to stick around afterwards too, and, well, souL doesn't really have many units beyond this. At the same time, a drop in the main base is shut down. So as this natural expansion just sits and takes a lot of damage, that's obviously continuing to be a massive issue here. 8 workers down, a lot of damage taken here already. As we do see these medivacs down! Loses one medivac to the missile turret here to the left side. We'll start to clean these up though. I mean, he actually got rid of one to the left, one on this right hand side. The other one down to the south, or the other drop down to the south, is strong for the moment. With medivac healing, should be enough to push those Zerglings away. And again, the lack of a 2-2 upgrades though from souL is terrifying. Needs to get those upgrades at some point. Marine Simmon over here looking as though he wants to clean out the missile turrets again so he doesn't fly into them. And we'll continue to clean this out again. We haven't actually seen anyone dedicate units to just cleaning up the missile turrets all week long yet. Oh no, that missile turret! Well, it will actually burn down. It works just like any other Terran structure. We found their weakness. They do burn. Lings killed off here as they try and run by. souL's actually trying to take this as his fourth base in the center of the map. Elazer taking it as a fifth base, continuing to come in towards the middle at the moment. 2-2 upgrades now starting from souL, but boy, without the 2-2 here, I'm not actually sure how he's going to survive this Lingbane Hydra wave that's just moving its way through the south already. I have an idea, says souL. I'm not sure what the idea might be at the moment, because I think at the moment he needs to sort of maybe survive against this army. But he is continuing to clean out these turrets, so in fairness, he is getting rid of them. He is making some progress. He's killing Elazer's turrets too. Oh no, 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 there's a missile turret here though, souL, no. Oh my god, he's actually going to keep it alive. Matter of fact, we'll be able to unload on the high ground, so we'll be able to get a bit more done here before he has to move away. The number of missile turrets is being reduced, so he's continuing to work his way through them, and it does open up extra drop paths for himself. And back up to the top, pushed away as well. Guys, our FPS is a little bit low right now. Some of these maps are not quite optimized, and just going to say this ahead of time before other people start bringing it up. It is a known issue, and it's just because we're testing experimental maps which maybe have not been optimized, and TVZ is actually not really a great matchup for FPS in general when you combine it with that. So, again, just a heads up on that. If you do see a couple of FPS issues, it's simply that is. So, says you can't even put siege tanks here. Oh my god! That was that's actually a sick idea. Imagine you could put siege tanks here. That'd be so sick. That'd actually be insane. I'm not even joking. Like, that might have been play of the tournament. Maybe souL should get some points just for the idea, but he's going to get fully surrounded here. The Bane's crashing in on one side. Now he kites away to the other. Lifts up what he can in the medivacs as he's still in some trouble. Man, it was a great idea from souL. If he could have dropped the tanks here, that would have worked wonders, but doesn't quite work out, and GG is going to be called. Elazer will tie us back up one game. We do generally stream every day here on the channel, some StarCraft 2 action, so if you enjoy StarCraft, I would personally say we're a good channel to follow. Of course, if you want to support the stream further, you can subscribe. If you're a Twitch Prime user, you can subscribe for free. You get all the benefits such as emotes, replay packs, and more. Or if you just like to cheer, you can help support the stream too. You can become the bit boss, you can donate, all of it helps. All of it helps me to stay as a full-time StarCraft caster, putting on these events for you guys. And we do put a lot of the money we make back into other tournaments and more StarCraft in the future as well. For now, though, we have to go into this game. To the top right-hand side, our red Zerg player from Clash is Elazer, who's opened up with an early gas pool. So this is not going to be a hatchery follow-up. This is straight up going to be aggression. He's going to go for a lot of lings. He's going to go and attack, attack, attack. It's going to get pretty crazy. So to the bottom right-hand side, the blue Terran player, this is souL. So, he is looking to get a kill on a command center. That would be the ideal scenario here from Elazer. Let's see if it's something which he can get for himself in the near future. As we see 6 lings and ling speed starting now on the production tab. It will be continuous lings. He'll probably start up a hatchery in about the next 30 seconds. But of course, it's nowhere near as fast a hatchery as kind of like a 17-16 gas pool. It is a very quick gas pool in general that's coming down right now. So, getting set up in toward this as we do see that hatchery dropping. And Elazer will be making more Zerglings from this point on, though. 4 more on the way. He'll have to get an Overlord too, of course. The whole idea is to try and kill off this CC, because usually we have this Reaper showing up, and as the Reaper shows up, it comes down the ramp, and he's like, okay, pop, 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 kill off a couple of Zerglings. Because the Lings can't kill the Reaper, but with speed they can. And, well, let's see just how this goes. 6 lings around the left-hand side. Reaper already coming across is obviously a little bit painful. It means these 6 lings will already get some damage onto that command center. And I do think that at the very least here, souL is looking at a cancel in the best-case scenario. He needs to make sure these then walled off on the high ground, because he doesn't have many other units as well. 6 lings starting to come on through here. So here we go. They are going to actually chase this Marine up, and it will get depots raised. So good response from souL so far. Instantly cancels his reactor to build another Marine. So getting more units set up. Now he sees how late, though, the lack of a third hatchery. Looks as though SCV is starting to pull down the ramp, tries to keep it building, sees ling speed. As soon as he sees ling speed, he cancels that command center. Very nicely done, as we see a command center will build up in the main base as well, another factory coming down here, and this command center, and it's the third CC gets set up too. He's only on 1 gas, and he's not really going to be using his minerals on helium production anytime soon, so may as well throw down another command center, right? Zergling's trying to approach the front of Marine here, able to get a little bit of damage done. Across the map we see a few drones just gathering together, another couple drones popping out here, and the Queen going to pop out very shortly as well. Okay, well, so far I'd say Elazer's opening has done what it needed to do. I'm not going to say it did too much. I'm not going to say it was a complete success. Oh no, that's not good from souL. He gets blocked from landing the factory. So now the first Hellion is in trouble. The reactor's in trouble. The SCVs will pull in. It's very risky to try and take this factory into position when the lings are down the ramp, of course. So we'll just fight this with SCVs, and he will be able to clean it up. Costs him only 5 workers, but the reactor as well is massively painful. Now, it's one of the features on this map which we oftentimes see talked about but never really used just yet, is this gold-based mineral line which can open up access to this bridge beyond drops. It's actually very powerful for a Terran player already, because you can take, you know, natural third base over here, and the Zerg doesn't have a lot to punish that, whereas a Terran can drop over here to minimize effectiveness of the gold base. So it is interesting. If the Terran goes for that, then of course you open up the pathway up to here for later. You see a couple of barracks coming on down now again. So on triple CC, 14 workers down currently, but will be able to build up against this with the triple mule as well. He is still somewhat alright at the moment. He's finally going to get Hellion production started. Or is he? He's actually just going to move his factory away. It looks as though the barracks will jump onto that reactor, and it's just going to be more Marines for the moment. Starport will set up too. I mean, Stimpak's already on the way up here, so looks as though he just wants to get the medevac out as soon as possible. As again, that Stimpak just continuing to take away. What's up, so much lag? Thank you so much for the 5 bits. Appreciate the bits. Again, every few bits add up, so even if the small bits come in, we enjoy them. This map seems real good for Terrence, says Croco Shocker in the chat. Quick air paths and lots of choke points. We've actually seen that basically mech is very good on this map, but the interesting thing about Bio, it's actually very hard to kind of rally push on this map, which is one of the real strengths of Bio. In fact, this is the first time in a TVZ on this map we've seen a player play in Bio, so will this work out in souL's favor, or was mech the better option all along? Because again, a lot of the Terran players have been playing mech on this in recent times, as we do see drones currently just mining away on this third base. Couple of extractors dropping down. Another Overlord going up hop as the Banner Nest comes up behind the natural mineral line. Again, I mean, only a 20 worker disadvantage is not great, of course, from souL's point of view, but it's not the end of the world either. Again, he's got triple CC at least, so he is able to build up the work count, and he will get the advantage of being able to take the gold base, and he should be able to harass well with the close by air distance. So I feel like there's a lot that souL will have in this. Obviously some negatives though. The way he was slowed down early means that the creep spread is just so far unstoppable, and the creep spread will continue until medevacs get on the map. And so if you look to abuse the close by air distance, well then you are still letting the creep spread across. Fourth base from Elazer comes in the top left hand side. It's going to be very well protected, not just because of how far set back it is, because the creep is also going to be in front of it very soon, as we will see this Marine taking out the Zergling to be able to allow this gold base to mine without issue. Again, melee upgrades finishing shortly here from Elazer. Is ahead of the 1-1 of souL as he goes in towards his Hydra's Den. He will look to switch in towards Hydraling Bane as his overall composition here. From souL's point of view, well, he's just setting up however he can. The first medevac's coming out, so again, a good stage of the game for him to start harassing. He actually just takes one Marine onto this high ground to be able to take the watchtower. And it looks like he'll load up. Let's see where he actually goes, though. I think he might just come up to the top left side and start to clean out some creep spread. Obviously, with too much creep on the map, it becomes very difficult to play the game out. We shall see these rocks are under fire, but souL will stop that from happening for too long as he drops his Marines in range. Might want to stop now, though. He's actually going to drop a few Marines on the low ground and then have the Marines on the high for a bit of this creep spread. So, not the position I was initially expecting this to be in, but it works, and we'll just slow Elazer down, especially towards these rocks and towards the watchtower. Now souL loads up and he comes over here where a drop again can clean up a little bit of creep, which would actually just deny vision of drops heading over more so than anything else right now. Don't expect many fights to actually be happening in this little section of the map which is closed off. Do have these two medevacs now with a couple of siege tanks inside coming across as well. Now, there's 10 Banelings on the map. Bane speed is ready. I wonder if that gets to a point where souL does just have a bit too much and there's not enough Banes. Again, just a couple of Marines dropped off here, and one of them should go in and take that watchtower down. Obviously, Elazer has the watchtower, though, so he has seen these Marines. And, well, tanks going to siege up. This is a nice position. Well, that hatchery straight up just cancelled here. Stemming forwards, going for another couple of kills on these creep tumors. Okay, well, he denies the fifth base, and now he'll drop a little bit to the side. I like this, too, because now he's going to leave a couple of Marines to look after the tanks, but he'll also have the support of the tanks from the high ground as he pushes towards the low ground base. And you can see already those tanks will fire from a long way off. And we'll get that creep tumor or two that's active also, so pushing the creep spread back as well. Well, these Lingers, Banes, and Hydras will come in from the top side to be able to fight against this. These Marines are going to be pulling back, and it looks as though souL will just have to give up this position. He does turn and tries to target down the Banes. souL's usually pretty good at that, but a little bit of mishap as he lets one Baneling connect, and it only takes one Bane to bring so many of those Marines low. This Marine's going wandering towards the top side as well, as Elazer on the counter-attack across the map is already looking good to try and find damage once again. Hive is still coming up here from Elazer. We see the +2 melee upgrade also about to finish. Group Spines not far off, so these Hydras are only getting better and better. He already has the Musco augment, so they're already pretty speedy, as we will see souL looking to take the fourth base in the next moment or two. Lings and Hydras back over to the left side. Watchtower retaken. He has the Terran drop comes down. Pretty quick response from the Ling zone. Again, it's Elazer who's just faster on these upgrades because of the way that the game started out. It means that we really just see 2-2 going to be ready for him already. It just means that every fight at the moment for souL is not really a fight he wants to take. And Elazer knows that. He knows souL probably doesn't want to push at the moment. That's probably why we see him going straight up to Hive. I mean, Spire coming through too. We could realistically just see him move it straight into Brutalors if Elazer wants to. He has enough on the map to survive without anything else. Maybe a couple of Vipers would be nice, but I really think you can just start up the Greater Spire at least once the Spire's done. Let's see, Elazer starting to build up his bank as well as 76 drones are set across the 4 bases. Now the 5th base finishes too. I'm not going to be denied that little bit of a drop that we saw last time around. These Marines are here though, so there is a drop set up. It's just they're not quite ready yet. These couple of Banes will burrow and a scan will clean them up. Still expensive though, having a scan just to clean up a Baneling that burrows. I actually don't think that Elazer will be too upset. Obviously you'd prefer to actually have straight up the Baneling bomb go off or the Baneling mine go off, but again, this is a decent alternative. Elazer back to the right hand side, and well, he has been trying to push his way forwards into more aggressive positions as of late. As he pushes himself into this one here, he's going to be right between all the bases of his opponent. Tell you what guys, let's take a bit of a look at the first person view of Elazer right now. On the picture-in-picture as he gets ready to go into this fight. But his tank's firing away though, so it looks as though he's backing off. But you can see he's setting up a big run by to the bottom left. Morphing in Banelings with a bunch of Zerglings. These Hydras continue to get pushed away. That counter-attack that will hit this 4th base, is already very well set up. We're sick on Elazer's point of view as we see him coming in to defend this attack once again. And he is going to come on in. Lings and the Hydras already trying to push forwards here, but unsuccessful. And now we can come in and focus on these Banes. But there's a siege tank here. This is a lot of Banelings, and I think Elazer just realizes that he has the numbers and the advantage to just throw Banelings at a Plan B Fortress, and so the 4th base will just fall. Now the advantage here from souL is usually that many Banelings being used on Planetary. You should be able to just instantly counter-attack, but again, can he? The creep spreads so far forwards. I don't think he can. I think that's really going to put him in a little bit of a tough spot now. A few more Vipers on the way out as Elazer will decide to stick on Lingbane Hydra alone for a little while longer. Biostim in forwards and Banes on creep do turn to fight for a moment, but decides, again, doesn't really have enough. Another attack in here. Command Center building out of position because he wanted to get rid of the Zergling. The missile turret is going to get taken down. This CC probably going to be cancelled at the same time. Big fight comes in. Lings and Banes just crashing on through. Cleaning up the siege tanks, and once the tanks are gone, I mean, these Hydras can just work their way through the rest of it. Maybe the Ling support would be nice, as right now these Lings just continuing through, and SCVs continuing to be picked off. And these Marines and Marauders in some trouble as well. The town player at least does have the final set of upgrades as well on the way, so it's something you will get to at some stage of this. And you'll be able to use that to his advantage, but still not easily done. More Marines top left-hand side coming in. We see 4 drones picked off. A few more Zerglings from the left, or from the right, coming into this top left position. These Banes just morphing. Kind of very close to the medevac, just sort of saying, like, look at what I've got. Almost baiting souL to come forwards here, just like, come on. You think you can fight me? No way. Get out of here. Well, souL does come forwards because he doesn't really have much of a choice at the moment. Pressing in, we see a couple of creep tumors being cleaned out already. Here we go, Lingbane Hydra. Already starting to jump on this, rolling on through. Fire units on the ramp. Stimming. Elazer's very careful with where he does commit to with the army. There's just going to be so much Zerg though, and here we go. Elazer starts to come in from a couple of angles, from the left, from the right, and he does just push on through this. Off of creep as well as just how confident he is, streaming through. The Corruptors are looking to chase down those medevacs. The Vipers, they threw down a couple of blinding clouds, and that's all that was needed for GG. Elazer takes it to match point here. There you go, Cyber Forest as our map. Top left, our blue Zerg from Clash is Elazer. Our red Terran to the bottom right hand side is souL. Well, we do see the SCV coming over to the left hand side here. And obviously this will look to be a proxy racks play from souL on Cyber Forest. A little bit of a shame actually, because I really would have loved to see a TVZ between these guys on this map go towards the macro, but with 3 SCVs, this is going to be really the all-in variation of the proxy racks. Proxy 2 racks, you can kind of put up gas behind, start a factory up, etc. With 3 racks, that's much less of a possibility. So, well, he's not going to be seen right away here. So Elazer opened up Hatchery first. He isn't checking for proxy racks, so it looks as though this Overlord is going to sit at the front, so you will see it coming forward as soon as the SCV shows itself. Especially if the SCV runs in from the left, then that's obviously a big telltale sign. If it loops back around over here, he might be able to get away with it. Again, the barracks just starting to finish. And so will start his marine production. And of course, until this is scouted, he can just stack up marines so that it has a real kind of, real kind of punch to it when it first hits, rather than just trickling in 1 marine at a time. That's generally the way you approach these 3 or 4 racks, proxies rather than the 2 racks. Bless me, sorry. Here you go then. An SCV pushing forwards, a marine and an SCV coming in behind it. And they are going to be coming up this ramp right away. Bunker will drop down already. A drone starts to come forwards here, but we'll just start to build a spine crawl, of course. The Marines already here to defend, so these couple of drones don't really want to try and properly fight this. 2 Marines here now, waiting for the rest of the drones, it seems. They will start to pull forwards as the Elazer goes after the SCVs, building the bunker. Some drones will go after the Marines as well, so he is going to be able to zone this out. Bunker will not complete just yet, but 4 workers lost. Already some real damage taken here. Lings and drones going to commit to the bunker, gets the cancel. Another bunker comes up the right-hand side. 8 more Lings on the way, though, so obviously going to be more to deal with this. A Queen as well, and I think this should be a shutdown with a Spine Crawler too. Queen already pops out, and these first Marines taking some damage. Lings pushing forward. Spine should take this opportunity to get in range of the bunker. He should be able to kill this SCV off. Lings continue to fight, and souL. Now, there's no way this bunker finishes. This Spine Crawler should just target the SCV. Target the SCV. Target the SCV. Oh my god, the bunker's going to finish. Well, he gets a single Marine in the bunker. The thing is, though, these SCVs are not going to be able to repair. And so this bunker is going to continue dropping anyways. They'll repair each other. Maybe they can come in here and repair something along the way. Well, there's a supply block, but again, bunker goes down. A couple more Queens already in production. Once he gets out of supply block, he is going to have 12 Zerglings in production almost instantly. Just needs to get this up. And with a Spine at the front, further Marines coming forwards, shouldn't actually be that much of an issue. So while a couple more drones will go down from these Marines already in the back, and that was maybe a bit greedy of Elazer to send them back to mining already, knowing that 2 of them were already very low, this is going to be a defense, I think, because now the Spine just comes a bit further forwards, and again, it's triple rack, so back at home there's no follow-up here. Okay, there's an orbital, but there's no gases, there's no factory, it's just Marine production. Queens pulling back up the ramp here, as we do see. They want to just push the Marines far enough back so you can get the SCV to stop the bunker. Transfusions will be traded. Again, with the Spine Crawler here, souL can just not get up this ramp at the moment. As we see another creep chamber going to be placed from Elazer. Marines wanting to try and push in against those Queens again. Going to be seeing these Marines still trying to press forwards right now. Ling speed on the way up from Elazer. It's going to be something to help out in the long run. It's just that souL even has to run so many SCVs forwards to keep trying to get this bunker up. Even if this bunker gets up here, I mean, is that really an issue? Okay, it's going to get repaired, full health, but I mean, Elazer has all the time in the world to just build up Lings and get ready to bust through this. I really don't see this being an issue at all for him now. These barracks are starting to lift up and head back home. We see a 3rd CC being built. If Elazer can get down the ramp and out of his base, then across the map there's absolutely nothing. There's no units at all. He has to wait for these barracks to fly home. So again, if Elazer, as he hits the Ling speed, breaks through, I truly believe that he will just straight up win this game. Because there's no Marines on the map apart from these at the front. There's 8 of them. There's not even that much damage output for 3 Queens of Spine and this many Zerglings. Yes, there's going to be double bunker, but, well, here we go. Spine Crawler coming down off to the side. The Lings will push forwards, and they're going to get a full surround here right away. Second bunker looks as though it probably will get filled. Oh, my God. Not with many Marines, though. Okay, 4 of them get in the end. But, again, it's cleaned up, and now those Marines go down again. There is nothing across the map. I guess the idea is that souL will at least be able to defend, because he won't let units in with this wall off. But Elazer now just takes a 3rd hatchery, keeps on droning, and, well, Marines finally going to start up in production from these barracks. Just the fact that, oh no, that's not a wall off! It's the left-hand side! souL is just like, WTF, and... I mean, I think the game was over anyways. Does it look like a wall off? I mean, you can build a depot there, so if you have the building grid open, it should be visible.